So I haven't been live in about three, four, I think 3, 4 days, and obviously a lot has been happening. That's why I haven't been here. You guys already know I try my best to be live every day. So if I'm not live on a particular day, it's because I had no time or I was not in the best frame of mind. And now this is something that I noticed. I mentioned it here before, but I'm going to say it again just because of the people that may be watching for the first time, or people that may not have heard me say it before. Do what you can do when you have the opportunity to do it, right? While you have the opportunity to do it, because a time will come that you will not have the opportunity to do that thing that you want to do. Meaning that, let me just personalize it to myself. I make videos on the days that I can, because I know that it's not possible for me to make a video every day. There are days that no matter how I try, I will not be able to squeeze it into my schedule, right? Because this is not my job. This is just like a hobby. I still have like real life job. I still have like a social life. I still have like other things that demand my attention, right? So I do what I can on the days that I can, because I know that the days that I can't to do anything, right, the days that I did it will make up for those days, right? I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And then again, there's something that I wanted to talk about. Oh, it seems like I forgot, but it's something that happened, that occurred, that I wanted to. I was saying, if I come online, I'm going to ask people's opinions. I'm going to like talk about this thing. There are two things I wanted to talk about actually. I can't believe I forgot the first one. And I think I should talk about the first one before I talk about the second one, because the first one will kind of relate to the second one in a way. But nevertheless, you guys know I come here to share my life experiences and things that have happened with me, and a lot has happened in this past 2-3 days that I haven't been online. There's something I talked about some days ago, and it was relating to being patient, right? Even in tough situations, right? Hi, hi again, Canary King. How have you been? It's been a while. It's been like 1 week. I hope you've been well. I hope you're doing well. Sunfit, hi. It's also been a while that I see you on my live, though I haven't been live in a few days, so I guess that's why. But it's nice to see you. How have you been? How's work? I hope you are doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was quite skeptical about wearing these glasses because normal sunshades are black, right? That's what everybody's used to. And if you wear something outside of black, something a bit colorful, people might stare, people might wonder, oh, why are you wearing something like this? So I was a bit skeptical, but I think it goes with my outfit for today. I do have black sunshades, but they got broken, right? So thank you so much. I appreciate. The thing about compliments is that compliments, like you're feeling down and you get a compliment, the compliments could boost your ego in a way. So now that you guys are here, let me ask you a question. Though it's not the normal business talk, this is relationship talk now. So let me just ask you guys and tell you guys, so this is something that is happening to me, and though I may not do exactly what you guys tell me to do, but I just want to get your opinion about it. So you guys just listen attentively and tell me what you think, because that's like my current situation. Thank you so much. Chuku Hope, hi. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the compliment. I wish there was a way I could like comments just to like give it a thumbs up, but I can't. But thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate you. So guys, this is what's happening now. Okay, many of you, like many people on my YouTube don't know my Instagram, right? Because but those that are my family and friends, like real life family and friends on my YouTube, they know my Instagram. Now Instagram, I post a certain aspect of my life, right? That's what I post on my Instagram. Now there's a guy on my Instagram that he has messaged me there before, and we talk, right? We do like normal, how are you, I'm fine, and stuff like that. Once in a while I respond, right? And I know somehow low-key that he likes me. So this is what happened last week Friday. I was out with my friends. We had like the hangout left the group chat, so I was out with my friends, and I got his text on Instagram that he can see me, and I'm like, what? How? Because we have never met each other physically. You know how Instagram is now, that someone can message you in the DM. Exactly, he messaged me in the DM. Someone can message you. So he messaged me again that he can see me, and I'm like, what? You can see me? Apparently he could. He said he would meet me at the entrance. I went to the entrance, and I met him there. So this was like the first time we were meeting physically, though we had like texted on Instagram before. And I was so surprised that someone that sees me on Instagram could recognize me in real life. So it was surprising for both of us. He was also surprised to run into me, because him too, he was hanging out with his friends. And I was hanging out with my friends, and I got up from where I was seated. I went to buy something. It's like a park. So it was in this where I went to get something with my friend. That was where he saw me, right? So we spoke that day. I finally gave him my number, and he was like, oh, I like you, I've been following you for a while, I'm a fan, I'm interested in you, I want to date you, blah blah blah, which is fine, right? The issue is that he likes what he sees me post on Instagram. I don't know if you guys get me. And everybody knows that what you put out on your social media is only an aspect of your life. It's not like everything. Like whatever you see online is not the totality of me. And if you are going to be dating, definitely you will get the totality of me. I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say. But he's like a fan, because he likes the content that I post. And you know what content is? Content is like a curated version of your life. So he sees that, oh, soft girl aesthetic and stuff like that, and he's like, oh, I'm interested in this. But that is not me, like all the time. That is not a totality of who I am. Do you understand? And I have a terrible past experience of guys that see me on Instagram, and then they want to date me, and they feel like they're getting that packaged version of me. And when they don't get that packaged version of me, it's like, oh, she's kind of different. Do you understand? And some people that see you on Instagram, they want to date, or they want to be in a relationship with you just because they're your fan, basically. It's like, I don't know how to explain this, but anybody that is a bit popular will understand that people that are your fans, not all of them are able to translate mentally to be in a relationship with you, to being that close to you. Do you understand? But they like what they see from afar. And anybody that follows anybody on social media, you already have a mental perspective of what you think the person should be. Do you guys understand me? Do you get where I'm heading to? It's not that I'm an Agbero in real life. It's just that I feel he likes that version of me that he sees, which is, I'm not saying that's not me, because lately on my Instagram I've been posting about home content, like myself being at home, just being cozy, like taking care of my apartment, which is nice, which is cute. But that's only like 5% of my life. Do you understand? It's not me in reality. I have a past bad experience of people who see me on Instagram, they like my page, and then they want to date, but they don't really want to date me. They just want to get that experience of dating someone that they have been admiring on Instagram. Do you understand? They are not ready for the full package. Just like, oh, I've been seeing you online, I admire you. They just want to have that experience, but they are not here for the long term. So I already have that a terrible past experience about that, and I already decided that I was not going to date anybody that I was meeting online, especially on Instagram, because if you follow, he has been following me on Instagram for about 2 years. Do you understand? So just imagine someone admiring you for like 2 years like that. Do you get? And suddenly they get to meet you in real life. We ran into each other, though he had mentioned before that, oh, let us meet up, but I was just like, okay, we didn't fix a date or anything. And he was actually nice to me. Like, let me just tell you guys, that Friday that we met, he was actually nice to me. Like, me and my friends left that location, we went somewhere else, but he came to pick me up from that place that I went to, and he drove me home. Do you understand? So that was actually nice. And yesterday he called me, I was at work, he was like, oh, do you want anything? I was like, okay, you could get me lunch. And then he bought the food and he brought it to my workplace, which is nice, which is cute. But me, I know that some people start out being nice. Like, this is like, he's so excited that, oh my god, I've been following you online, I have met you, blah blah blah. I'm actually very wary of that excitement, because I feel like most times it can be temporary. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to like judge or jump into conclusions, but I'm just trying to be careful, because I've been in this scenario before. Like, it's normal to be excited in that first few weeks, you get, because they are following you now, they just met you. So it's that initial excitement that I feel it to eventually wear off. Do you get? When I'm these days, because I'm older now, because of past experiences, when I meet people, I usually give it about 3 months to see if they are consistent in the way that they've been acting. Do you understand? Before I try to like, okay, maybe we can date, right? But I just feel like, I don't know what you guys think about someone that has been following you online for a while and then they meet you and are interested in dating you, because what they see online is just a version of you and they are expecting that same version in real life. That's the issue that I have. If it was someone that I met on a random day, like, it's fine because you don't know me. I'm presenting myself to you the way that I am. But for the fact that you've been following my content for a while, you are expecting that person that you see online to be the same person that you see in reality. And by the time it's not matching up, it could become an issue. Do you get? That's just what I'm trying to say. Like, it's something that you thought about, like, is this really going to work? Because I know you already has mental expectations and I don't want to waste my time or give myself that kind of a stress. Do you get? And I've learned to keep fans as fans. Do you get? Like, anybody that follows me, they like my content or they see me online, I've learned to like put that how will I put it, like I've learned to like just keep that boundary. Exactly, like keep that boundary. People that follow me online are not necessarily like my friends. People that like my content are not necessarily like my friends. Do you understand? So I've learned to like put that boundary. I don't like people that follow me translating to a relationship, because based on my experience, it never ends well because of the expectation that the guy has. Sometimes he just wants to date someone that he sees online, being all cute and whatever. He just wants to be able to say, oh, I dated that babe, Drigger, like we're together at a particular time, but he might not be as serious as he claims to be. Triple Hope said 2 years is a long time. Don't date that person. Simple. Why? Like, I have my own personal reasons, but why would you say don't date that person? Is it because of the time frame? Like, two years is a long time for someone to be following. Do you understand? Like, prior to now, I like, I'm not like I'm an overthinker, but I consider a lot of things. He has been following me on Instagram for a while, since 2023. It's even more than 2 years. 2023, 2023, 2024, this 2025. So let me say almost 3 years, because this is already middle of the year. So it's been almost 3 years. And though we spoke earlier, like that 2023, when he started to follow me, he sent a message and was, oh, hi, how are you doing? And that was it. He didn't put any effort. He didn't like, he wasn't like putting pressure, like, oh, can we see, can we whatever. Do you get? And if we had not randomly run into each other on Friday, he would not have made any extra effort to try to like see me or get to know me. Do you get? So I just feel like, if you're going to be serious, you would have been serious since. So why are you trying to be serious now? Because you ran into me. So I don't know. I just considered a lot of things, actually. And Marie said, you're so kind, you're so good, keep it up, I love you. Bye, Anne Marie. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. Bye. Take care of yourself. So basically, guys, that's it. That's, I don't know. So whatever you guys think, just let me know. But that's currently what is happening to me. Like, today is Wednesday, right? So we saw on Friday, that was when we ran into each other, right? And it was so surprising, really surprising. And then again, he brought me lunch yesterday, Tuesday. So that's the 2 times that we have seen each other. We're supposed to meet for like dinner today, but I'm busy. I'm actually busy. I can't make time to get, because the weekend was so occupied with like leisure activities. I could not keep up with work. So I want to work as much as I can. Like, that's the only way I can balance it, because I have bills to pay, obviously. Some faith said trust your guts. Okay, I guess I will. I'm just saying that because of the past experience that I have, that is not the best experience, I may be a bit biased in my judgments. Do you understand? Because of my past experience. It has not been, I've not had any great experience dating people that I met online. That's the honest truth, especially on Instagram. Like, I've not had any great experience from that. So I've even decided that I'm not going to be dating people that know me online before they know me physically. Do you get? But I guess so. I just feel like I may be a bit biased in my judgment of him. I don't want to rush and make any conclusions, but I decided that I'm going to observe, right? Actually, consistency is a major thing that I'm looking out for, because someone can put up an act for like a week, 2 weeks, but they may not be able to put up the act in the long term. Excuse me. So basically, Okay, the fact that he's interested out of a random meeting is more important than your past experience to me. You gotta hear from our past. True, I agree. I I agree with you actually. I see your points, right? Which is why I was like, okay, let me just come and share this experience, because I know that sometimes we judge situations based on our own experiences. We don't see things clearly. Sometimes we might be biased because of our own experiences. But I know that one experience or two experiences cannot is not enough to like judge all the scenarios. But thank you so much, some faith. I think I'll just keep an open mind and see how it goes. I will try not to invest too much, like emotionally, physically, and all of that. I will just see where it goes. Thank you so much for the advice. I appreciate you. So that's relationship wise. Business wise, in the last few days I've learned that sometimes whatever you want to do, you have to get up and do it by yourself. That's just the truth, honestly, especially if you are in the production manufacturing aspect, which I am. Some things that you want to get done, you have to get up and do it yourself, because the people that work for you, the artisans, apprentices, workers, staffs, assistants, or whatever, they may not meet up to the standard that you have set or to your expectation. But at the end of the day, the customer is yours, the business is yours, especially if you are a majority shareholder, right? So you have to do what needs to be done. The past few days have stressed me business wise, because certain things that were meant to be done for customers, for clients, they did not do them in the exact way that they were supposed to do it, right? And we are like 2 weeks behind time. So now I'm running around trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to make sure it's done, calling, nobody's answering. So I have to go all the way to the production house, I have to speak to the customer. Basically, business is not easy. And lately I've seen a lot of people, like even this morning I saw a post on Instagram. The lady was saying that she's giving up on entrepreneurship and she's going back to a 9 to 5. I'm not going to say I've not considered it. I have considered it before, just that I haven't gotten an opportunity for the kind of 9 to 5 that I like. Do you get? That's why. So I'm just going to keep doing my business. But at the same time, business is not easy, because there are good days, there are bad days. And the worst part of it all is when the bad days are worse than good days. I think that's where people reach their breaking point and they're like, oh, I can't do this anymore, because the bad days are becoming more than the good days. But definitely in business, there are bad days, there are good days. There are some days you make like 5 times profits. There are some days you have like 2 times losses, right? The major thing is for you never to give up. The major thing is for you never to quit. And if you're doing one particular thing and it's not working, feel free to re-strategize. You understand? Though it's not easy, which is why I tell people, take some time out, right? Take some time out and like think to like come up with new ideas, come up with new ways of doing things. You need to change your staff. You need to change your location. If you're selling on a particular social media platform, do you need to divert to another platform? Do you need to do advertisement? Do you need to change your content? Like, do you need to add a new product to the products you already sell? Do you need a new offer? Like sometimes if what you're doing is not working out, it doesn't mean that you should quit. It just means that you should go back to the drawing board and try to do something different, come up with new ideas. You can even ask people around you, because the thing is that nobody has like monopoly of ideas. There are people around you that will be able to advise you much more than what you are currently doing. So be open to ideas. And God being so good, we have the internet now, chats, GBT, Google, Reddit, Quora, YouTube. Like there's so many platforms now where you can go to and get ideas. Whatever it is you're doing, somebody else has done something similar. They have laid the foundation, or they have done something along that path. It may not be exact, right? So you just need to take out time and do your own research. Nothing beats research, honestly. And Marie said, never give up. And how do you feel? I feel great. I feel hopeful, right? And definitely I'm not going to give up. That's something about me that I like about myself. I never give up. Like no matter how bad it gets, if once I rest for 24 hours, I feel brand new. Honest, like you will never be heard of that Blessing Onojeta, she quit. Why? For what reason? So what will I do if I quit? Like what will I be doing? Insanity, Sunfaith commented that Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Both successful and unsuccessful investors are both insane, I guess. Anyway, and I said something before, and it's true. If something is working for you, there's no need to change the formula. Like if something is working for you, there's no need to switch it up. I've seen people that they have a certain pattern, right? There's a certain way they do things and it's working for them. Then because they feel like everybody's innovating, doing something new, they try to switch up what is working, and then they don't get it right anymore. That's where they make a mistake. So me, I'm of the ideology that if something is working for you, leave it the way it is. If something is working for you, don't touch it. If something is working for you, there's no need to change anything, right? If this thing is working for you, like this thing is making you money every month, this thing is paying your bills and all that, why are you trying to like change what is working? Change, I feel like change is best applicable if something is no longer working. If you're trying to change what's working, you're kind of making a mistake, because if you change it to something else and that something else does not work, what then? You put yourself in a tight spot, right? So if something is working for you, maintain the status quo. Okay, there's no need to like get up and try to change what is working. But if it's not working, definitely you can make changes and see how it goes. And the thing about making changes is that there's no guarantee that the first change you make will work. So you need to be willing and able to try different things. Like try one particular thing, it doesn't work, fine and good, you can try another thing, and if it doesn't work again, you try another one. You keep trying until you eventually figure out what works. And that's where I do my business. That's even how I started. Like when I started, I had no idea that, I'll probably go this far in a short period of time. But there's power in showing up every day. There's power in repetition. Okay? You don't have to do a new thing every day. Like I said, if something is working, just stick with it. There is serious power in repetition, doing the same thing like continuously, as long as it's working, or as long as you see minute progress, like day by day by day. You can see that, okay, little drops of water eventually make a mighty ocean, and one step every day you eventually get to the top of the mountain. So I think the major thing is to show up consistently. You might not show up every day, like me. Even in my business, I don't show up every day. Even here on YouTube, I don't show up every day. But I can say that I show up consistently, right? Because in a week, I might show up, even if it's once, I try my best to show up every time that I get the opportunity. And that was what I started this live by saying, that do the best that you can while you can. Like normally for me, let's say you can do 5 things in a day. If on a particular day I realize that I have extra strength, I can go ahead and do 10 things, right? So on the days that I can do 0. The extra 5 that I did on the other days will make up in that day. There are some days that I overwork myself. There are some days that I underwork myself. There are some days that I cannot even work at all. I feel like at the end of the day, it all creates a balance. Do you get? You cannot be 100% every day. But the days that you can, go ahead. The days you can be 60%, fine. The days you can be 20%, fine. The major thing is to show up in whatever ability that you can, whatever capacity that you can, day by day by day. You guys, I just remember what I wanted to talk about. I just remember the first thing that I wanted to talk about on this live that I forgot, and that's emergencies. Let me tell you guys, I had an emergency. Like, I did not plan to be here today at this time. I didn't plan to be here, but I had an emergency this morning. Excuse me. And there's nothing I hate more than emergencies, because I didn't plan for it. And emergencies are not always financial. There are some emergencies that come to take your time, that come to take your energy, that come to take your happiness, that come to take your mental health. Like, emergencies come in all forms. Okay, there are some emergencies that just come to destabilize you. And when I say an emergency, I mean something that you didn't factor in, something you didn't foresee, something that you were not expecting, something that came out of nowhere and it's urgent, right? Something that needs urgent attention, but you didn't plan for this thing, you didn't foresee this thing. So that's an emergency. I hate emergencies. I dislike an emergency, and I don't like when people put me in positions of emergency. If I notice that this person is putting me, in fact, my type of person, if you put me in an emergency position once, I'm definitely going to say something. I'm going to call it out, like, oh, look at what you did. Oh, look at the situation that you put me in. I don't like it. So let's make sure that this situation, it doesn't repeat itself. That's my kind of person. I'm definitely going to say something, right? Before, I was the type of person that would not speak out, right? That's the type of person that I used to be. But as I got older, as I got more experience, as I started to see that, oh, whenever I don't speak up, I put myself on the short end of the yardstick, and I'm the one that suffers it. Meanwhile, people that put me in this position, they act like they don't have a clue what's happening. So I decided no more. So now these days, I'm a lot more outspoken. I speak up a lot more. I stand up for myself a lot more. And I encourage other people to stand up for themselves. In fact, I don't like it when I see timid people, right? Because I used to be a timid person. And I felt like when I was timid, people did not really stand up for me the way that I expected them to, right? People did not really show up for me in the way that I expected it. Like, it's crazy to be a timid, shy person, and a lot of it boils down to how we were raised, the environment that we were raised in. When I say the environment, mostly how we were raised, like the family that we come from. A lot of it boils down to that. I don't like it when parents don't let their children express themselves, when they don't let them speak up, when they don't let them ask questions. I don't like that. I understand that some children can tend to be like overdose, like they're always talking, blah blah blah, but at the same time there should be a balance. Do not cage a child to the point where they are afraid to speak up, they are afraid to say anything, they are afraid to express themselves, because you are creating a damage to society and a damage to that child. That child is going to grow up and realize that they lack a lot of social skills, they lack the way to express themselves because they were not given the avenue to do so when they were younger. And that's kind of like my story, right? But you know, there's this saying that when you get older, you are responsible for yourself. When you're like 20 years old, or even at 18, right? What, at 18, I was still very young. But from 20 years old, 21, 22, you are now an adult, a full-blown adult, and you are responsible for yourself. You can decide to change your habits, change your character, change your personality, become the person that you wish you had, become the person that you can look up to, become the person that you want to be, and not the person that your family or your environment probably conditioned you to be. I think that's the most beautiful thing about growing up, because when you grow up, you decide to be like your own person. You don't have to remain the way you were before. But like some 7 years ago, even 5 years ago, I was still that like quiet, shy, timid girl. But thank God for growth. And it didn't come easy, it didn't come overnight, right? Before, I could not even imagine myself being on a live video or making a recording or talking. Why? I wouldn't even dare. Like, the moment you put a camera in front of me, I'm running away. Like, I'm going somewhere. I don't have anything to say. I'm going somewhere else. I'm not going to partake, right? But RIP to that old lesson, because she's not here anymore. But the older that you get, the more you can become the person that you really want to be. Stop blaming like your childhood, your parents, whatever trauma happened to you. You are bigger than it, right? As you grow, you are meant to grow past your traumas and the things that are meant to limit you, right? The things that you experience in life that were meant to limit you. I have a question here. Some face said, you think having more money gave you more confidence? I think so. I actually think so. Honestly, like, I think so. I think so, actually. Let me tell you something. One of the major reasons, I don't know if I've said this anywhere else before, one of the major reasons I started working so hard, like before I was bad at saving, right? I was bad at saving, sorry, something is in my nose, excuse me guys. Before I was bad at saving, I was bad at sales, right? The major reason I decided that I wanted to save as much money as I could, make as much money as I could, and I was going to take my business seriously. I was going to get a lot of customers, and I was going to basically just have my own money. I think that was in 2018. Was it 2018? No, I think it was 2019. In 2019, I decided that I needed to save ₦1 million. In my whole life, I don't even think I've ever had up to 500,000 in my account, not talk of ₦1 million in my account as once. How? Because I wanted to use that ₦1 million for something, to get. I remember I've been asking my parents for like 5 years, and they said, oh, they don't have that kind of money, which is false actually, but that's what they told me. They didn't have that kind of money. The bottom line is that they didn't think that spending the money on that kind of thing was worth it. And I felt bad. I felt hot. I really felt bad. So I was like, no problem, I'm going to make my own money. I'm going to save up, and I'm going to do this thing on my own. I don't have to wait for anybody. I don't have to rely on anybody anymore. If you guys are not going to do it for me, no problem, it's fine and good. So in 2019, I made up my mind I needed to save ₦1 million, right? So I was 2019 or 2020. I can't really remember. But that was when I started to put in like more effort to get. Like, that was when I started to feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not going to wait. And I finally saved that ₦1 million in 2021. I think it was 2021. I finally did what I wanted to do in 2021, I guess. I think it was 2021 actually. Yeah, 2021. That was when I finally saved that 1 million naira and did what I wanted to do. So yes, having more money, it's not really about the money, it's about becoming the person that can save that amount. Do you understand? Because in the process of trying to get that money that you want to get, who do you become? Do you understand? Like, who do you become in the, like, I feel like I went through so much before I got to that point where I was like, I'm going to do this by myself. And the thing about money is that if you can save up or make your first 1 million naira, you can make and save up your first 10 million naira. That's, like, people say it, you may not believe, but if you work on yourself to the extent where you are having 10,000 naira in your account, and you work on yourself so much to the point where you can have 1 million naira in your account, use it for something. And still, and the thing about business is that if you save up 1 million naira and you do whatever it is you want to do with that money, because the business is still running, you're still making sales, you're still having customers, you're still going to make that money back. Do you understand? That's the good thing about business, right? So the kind of person that you become while you want to achieve that your financial goal, I think that's the most important thing, because nobody can take away those values from you. Those things that I learned in that process where I was like working hard, saving, like, do you know what it means to go from like having 10,000 naira in your account, or maybe let's say 50k, to saving up that kind of money to use for something, not even to like invest in something. What I could say it was an investment, but I did not get any returns on that money. Do you understand? So I feel the person that you become in the process is so very, very important. Yes, money does give you confidence, but the person that you become is what makes you much more confident, right? Because now you've expanded your knowledge, you've expanded your like physical boundaries. You now know that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. You now know that you are capable of so much more. You now know that, oh wow, I can really make money this way. So if I'm making so amounts by doing this, if I multiply the pressure, if I multiply the hard work, if I multiply the system, I can definitely make more money by doing this thing, right? So yes, money does give you more confidence, but for me, I appreciate the person that you become while you're trying to get that money is much more important, because some people don't make money like legitimately, right? So you may not go through the hard routes that some of us are. Sometimes if I sit and I wonder certain things, that, oh, why was I given this type of a life, blah blah blah, why was I born here, blah blah blah. But then I realized that if I did not face a lot of the struggles that I faced when I was younger, I will not be the person that I am now. That's like the bottom line question. I needed bottom line answer. Sorry, I needed to go through those struggles when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I struggled with many things. So like self-confidence, like self-love, like shyness, low self-esteem, kini. But I felt like all those things were necessary for me to become the person that I am now. I'm not even yet where I want to be, but I know that I made considerable progress. So all those things that I went through was necessary for me to be who I am now, and to even appreciate the person that I have become. So don't despise your struggles, don't despise the things that you go through. Appreciate them, embrace them, right? Because they are for the greater good. The major thing is, how do you overcome, how do you go through those things, right? How do you go through the struggles that you have been given? The struggles that you have been given in life are not meant to like pull you down, they are not meant to like destroy you, but they are meant to be your stepping stone. You are given those things because if life was too comfortable for you, you will not see any need to like work extra hard, you will not see any need to gain more knowledge, you will not see any need to come out of your comfort zone. So life has to make you uncomfortable so that you can step up. She gets, so some of the things that like family we are born into, the things that we experience when we are younger, I feel like in a way they are necessary. Like there are certain trauma that I've been through, like if I did not go through it, I don't think I would be here now. I don't think I would have achieved half of what I've achieved, because I needed that extra push, something to like, wow, this is how these people are treating me, no, I can't do this anymore. Like I felt like I didn't have a choice but to be better, but to make my own money, but to increase my own knowledge. But like people were putting you down, you would feel like you don't want them to come back and see you on the floor, so you have to stand up. So certain traumas, I feel like they're necessary so that we can become who we are meant to become, so we can step into purpose. The major thing is, how do you make use of the trauma that you have experienced? Canary King said, have I been outside the country? I haven't. I have never been outside of the country, but I'm hopeful that in the nearest future I definitely will be. I haven't yet, but I'm very hopeful. And I did my passport, like my international passport, about 2 years ago. I didn't have an international passport prior to that. Was it 2 years ago or last year? I think it was 2 years ago, like the ending of 2 years ago, end of the year. That's when I did my international passport. Yes, of course, obviously I want to. I see myself being outside of the country like in the nearest future. I don't know the dates, I don't know the months, I don't know the year, but I know that God will do it, right? It's something that is even like a prayer point for me. So I know that God will definitely do it at his own time. What are the top 3 places you like to go in Africa? I think I would like to go to Tanzania. I would like to go to Kenya, and I would like to go to, I think, Zimbabwe. Let's say Zimbabwe. I can't even mention 3 because there's so many African countries that I want to visit, like Mozambique, Ghana. Obviously, like Ghana is right beside Nigeria. Ghana, Senegal, Togo. These are countries I really want to go to. And then, of course, but you're asking me like the top 3, like you said, Tanzania, Kenya, and let me just say Zimbabwe. So I think those are my top 3. I just want to go and experience the culture, experience the people, like some of the things I see online. I want to see it physically. I just want to like appreciate the African continent. I know there are many places in other continents that are like very nice, but I just want to experience the African culture. And I'm a bit torn in between. Yes, exactly. Tanzania, Kenya, Zimbabwe. How about you, Canary King? Have you been to any African country? I know you mentioned that you have African friends, you have Nigerian friends, but I don't know, have you been to any African country, any country whatsoever? Have you been to anyone, even if just for like a little while? What attracts me to Tanzania? Let me say, I don't know so much about each country. That's why I want to travel, so I can find out. I don't know like in-depth knowledge about each country, right? But I do know that there are beautiful places. I think it's Kenya that has a safari. Like, I just want to go and immerse myself in the culture. I feel like those are the top 3 African countries that I hear about, right? That I see videos about them online. I hear about them. I'm like, okay, I want to go there. I want to visit. I want to see. So I don't have like a particular thing that attracts me to this country. I feel like when I go, I would experience it. I'm going with an open mind, you get. And you never can tell. I feel like when you travel, you also open yourself to opportunities, business opportunities as well. When you travel, you open yourself to so many opportunities, business wise, socially wise, and all of that. So if you're going to travel, just have an open mind and see where it leads. The only thing is that traveling is actually quite expensive. It has become more expensive in the last couple of years, that average people cannot afford it as much as they should, right? So I think that's the issue. And as a Nigerian, people will tell you that as traveling within African countries is very more expensive than traveling from like the Europe to Nigeria. Do you understand? They will tell you that intercontinent flights are a bit cheaper than traveling within the African countries. Like, people from outside have said that a lot, and it's quite true. Like, flights are really expensive within the African continent. I feel like the African Union is not working as much as it should, but I think that's a debate for people in tourism. I guess. Yeah, intercontinental, you're right. Yeah, I think I would love Kenya definitely, and Zanzibar. So first, would I rather live in the UK or the USA? The UK definitely. The UK definitely. I feel like, I'm so sorry that I keep saying I feel like, but as it is now, the USA actually has bad PR. Like, from where I'm standing, they like, you see more good things online about the UK than you see about the US. Even US citizens, you see videos of them saying they are migrating to other countries, they are migrating to Canada or something. And USA has more gun violence, right? USA, lately they've been having more natural disasters. So the UK, please, the UK actually. And majority of people that even leave African continents to travel overseas, they mostly go to the UK. And the thing about the UK is that they have so many nice countries. They have so many nice countries, like so many of them, so many of them, like so many different countries that you can choose to stay based on your taste. I've even considered like France. Did you get? I've considered France though. The thing about every country is that you see the good parts, you see the bad parts, but sometimes you need to go and experience it for yourself before you actually decide. But yeah, I guess when I get to that bridge, I'll be able to do proper analysis. But now I don't know so much except what I hear on the media. But at the end of the day, all in all, Nigeria is a very good place to live. If you have noticed, people from other countries, other continents, they come to Nigeria to do business because there's money here. And Nigeria has limited business laws as compared to a place like the UK. In a place like the UK, you cannot just wake up and start a business and start making money. How? But in Nigeria here, I can wake up today, beside my house, I'll start a business, I'll start making money. I can wake up today and, open an Instagram account, start making money. People will be transferring money to my account. Nobody has certified me, no business registration, no company registration. I'll just start a business. Even if I start selling like cream, no agency will certify that I'm selling the right thing or whatever. I'll just be selling my cream or selling food for public consumption with limited laws. People from outside really come to Nigeria to do business, and Nigeria has a large market. In fact, people from outside countries even buy things here and have it shipped overseas. So for business wise, there's a large market here. That's the honest truth. Business wise, we have a large market, we have a buying audience. People really buy. That's the truth. Have you traveled around Nigeria? I've been to the west, I've been to the east, I've been to the north. I live in the north and I'm from the south. Yeah, I live in the north, I'm from the south. So, and I schooled in the west. I was in the east last year. So I've not been to every, there are 36 states. I've not been to every state, right? But I feel I have traveled around Nigeria to an extent. An expensive laundry USA will cost around $50 to $30. That's money that will feed an average Nigerian for you. Well, which is true. Some faiths, that is true, but you also need to consider the earning power. How many Nigerians earn like $50 to $30 is what an American can earn in a day. Do you understand? But how many Nigerians earn $50 to $30 in a day? I think that's the difference. That's like people from outside here will come to Nigeria and say, oh, things are cheaper here because they are spending dollars, they are spending cedis, they are spending euros, pounds, or yen, or whatever. Do you get? But people living in Nigeria, it's expensive to them because they are spending based on what they earn. And we don't earn enough here. Do you get? Like, things are very expensive. Even me, I run a business, I can say, oh, sometimes I have spare money. Things are still expensive for me. What I could buy for like a certain amount 3 years ago, now I could buy it for 5 times the price. So things are like, let me say I was saving to buy a car, but as it is now, I can no longer afford a car because the price has increased more than what I budgeted 2 years ago or even last year. Do you understand? So the country, things are very expensive here. So the major thing, like you said, Nigeria is good for spending, right? So if you can earn in dollars, spend in naira, good for you. That's where you say, oh, the country is sweet because you're earning in dollars. But if you're earning in naira, spending in naira, the economy right now, but I don't like to say bad things about my country, so let me just leave it there. Okay, I'm a proud Nigerian, so let me not say any bad thing about my country. Like, you can say, what are your top 3 cities in Nigeria? Top 3, do I have? Do I have top 3? I don't think I do. I think I live in the best place to live, which is the capital city. Yeah, I think I live in the best place to live, which is the capital city. I don't have a top 3. This is my favorite city. Lagos is too rowdy. Lagos is too rowdy for me. Too rowdy. Like, Lagos is nice based on the opportunities. Like, if you're a hustler, like if you're a young person, you're a hustler, go to Lagos, right? Because in Lagos you can do everything. You can hustle, you can easily make friends, you can put yourself into the market, you can start a business, you can get a corporate job, you can do whatever. Like, Lagos is that. It's a hustling city. It's like, if I say it's like New York, or where will I say it's like, Lagos is that city, right? But the thing about Lagos is that It's overcrowded, fine, but it's too noisy. The lifestyle is too fast for me. It's too rowdy. I don't think, though the thing about life is that you think you cannot withstand something, but if you go there, you would adapt. So I feel like if I was born there, or maybe if I didn't have a choice but to live there, I would adapt. But right now I have a choice, right? So Lagos is not for me. And there's traffic. Oh, the traffic. I remember there was a day I was in traffic for like 6 hours, 6 hours in traffic. In fact, for like 3 hours, we were not even moving. We were not moving for like 3 hours before we started to move. So Abuja for me. If I couldn't live in Abuja, where would I live? I can't say. Oh. I really can't say. But there are other states that are quite nice, oh, actually. Um, Enugu is not bad. Imo State is not bad. There are other states that are not bad, actually. Even Port Harcourt is not that bad. Yeah, there are other states that are not bad. The thing is that you really need to live in the state for like a period of time to really know whether you like it or not. And another thing is that it depends on the area that you are. Even here in Abuja, some areas are nicer than others. And every state is like that. Every state, some areas are nicer than others. Even in Lagos, that is very rowdy. There are some areas that are still very nice looking, very posh, do you get, than other areas. So it all depends on how much money you have at the end of the day. That's it. At the end of the day, it depends on how much money you have. If you have money, you can live in the classiest place in every state. Do you get? And if you're living in a very classy place and you have money, you might actually live above some things that limit the states, right? Some issues that the state face, you will live above it because you have money to, fill in the gap. Yeah, I saw a report yesterday that Lagos is number one state in the world that's fastest growing in tech. Do you get? Lagos is very good for business, for opportunities. Yeah, they have a lot of youths that are smart, that are doing big things, are going places. Even those coming into the entertainment industry, they like to go to Lagos first. So like Lagos is that place. Me, I would advise everybody to go. Like just go and see how it is. If you don't like it, it's fine. You get? But like you can go just to have that experience, just to say, okay, I was here, and you never can tell the opportunity you would meet. So I love Lagos. Lagos is okay, but I just would rather not live there. Abuja is more calm, it's more serene, it's more quiet, it's cleaner. Let's not even go there. But Abuja is cleaner than Lagos. How is the security in Abuja? I can only speak for myself, oh, because if you ask me, I would say it's safe because I've not been a victim of like anything. But on a daily basis, I hear about people that are victims of how the state usually gets like kidnapping, armed robbery, theft, things like that. Every day I hear stories of people that are victims of this, and I cannot invalidate their experience. So me, I can only thank God that I'm living in this city and things are going well for me and I'm okay and I'm secure. Like all glory to God. There are also other people that go through harsh conditions on a daily. So I really cannot say, ask me how safe it is or the security. I'm going to say it's safe, it's fine. Because of where I stay, because of where I go to, the area I move around, how I move around. So I would say it's safe for me. But there are other people that are living in places that are not that safe. There are other people that are probably victims of this thing. And for me, I try to limit how I walk in the night. Even though now it's not just like armed robbery in the night. So yeah, we call it one chance. Not just armed robbery in the night. It also happens in the daytime. But at the end of the day, all glory to God. People still live there. There are millions of people in this city, and many of us don't have another place to go. So yeah, it's not going to be your first trip due to the location. Probably not. I feel like it's too close by, and I feel like there's not a lot of difference between Nigeria and Ghana. That's how I feel. I would love to go to Ghana, but I feel if I'm going to like go on a trip, like if I'm going to go on a vacation, and for people to know that okay, yes, so I actually did, because I waited so long. Like I really waited so long, so I might as well do it right. I don't think Ghana, because Ghana is just like Nigeria. If you ask me, there's not a lot of difference. So I'm looking at those, like if I'm going to go to an African country, I'm looking at those other countries that I mentioned: Kenya, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, because they are different in a way. I can experience different things. But even here, we get Nigerian dishes, we get Ghana dishes, like Ghanaian dishes, their food. You see some Ghanaians here, like there's not much difference in the lifestyle basically. So not really. So first, I'm about to go to my NYC direct post. I'm thinking of Abuja, but scared of Boko Haram. What state are you in, Faith? I can't remember. I think you said you were in What state did you say you were in, Faith? You said you were in, I'm trying to remember, the Benue, right? Well, if you're going to do NYC posting, I think Abuja or Lagos, but that depends on you. Here there's no, there are bandits everywhere. If you listen to the news, bandits are everywhere now. Do you understand? Bandits are everywhere. So if you're, whatever state you're going to, there's a lot to consider. Do you know anybody in that state? Okay, you're in Lagos now. Okay, if you're in Lagos now, then I think you can actually try Abuja, because you've lived in one major city, then try the other major city. It's a 1 year experience. If you don't like it after the 1 year, you can go back to where you're coming from, right? What is life without experiences? I mean, you've been in Lagos. There's no other better place you can go to apart from Lagos and Abuja. And if you're already living in Lagos, why not try Abuja? The opportunities here, like the lifestyle is a bit different. There are people you can meet, there are people you can mingle with, and you never can tell the opportunities. The only thing I would advise is that if you're coming to Abuja, don't stay on the outskirts, like those far outskirts that nobody will find you there. Don't stay on, if you're coming to live in Abuja, don't stay on there are places that are outskirts in Abuja, or like Lugbe, Karu, you can stay there, but don't go far that nobody will find you. Before any security kini will reach there, everything will have finished happening. Don't go, if you want to stay, like you're looking for where to do your housing, where you want to live, don't live on the far outskirts. Like, live inside Abuja itself. That's just what I'm going to say, honestly, because those outskirts of Abuja I can't guarantee, but I do know that the city itself is safe to an extent. That's what I can say. Alright, Kinsey, would you like to go to Portugal? I don't think so, because I don't think they speak English. And apart from French, I think they speak Spanish. I have no background in Spanish whatsoever, but I did French in school. I did French for 3 years in school, and I attended a French school here in Abuja, so my French is not that bad, right? Whenever I have time, I try to brush up on it, so my French is not that bad. So if I'm going to go to any country that is not an English speaking country, even for vacation, I'm definitely going to go to a French speaking country. But Portugal, where they speak Spanish, I don't think so. Though I do have a friend that speaks Spanish, unless we are going together. But other than that, I also would like to understand the language of where I'm in. I think it's best, or maybe I can have a little knowledge about what they are saying, but I don't like being in places where I'm not aware of what they are speaking. What if they are trying to sell me off? How about that? What if they are trying to harm me? I wouldn't know, because I don't understand the language, so I don't recommend. I wouldn't do it, and I don't recommend. If I'm going to go to a place where English is not the primary language, I'll go to French. So first, bye. I'm almost done with my live anyways, because I have to get back to work. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And if you do get posted to like Abuja, I think we can still keep in touch, just in case you decide to come here. But have a nice day. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. So let me answer this your last question. You said, how did my friend learn Spanish? So he was telling me that during COVID, he was at home and he was just thinking about, what is he going to do? And he decided to learn it online. Do you understand? Like, he learned it online. And now he's even a Spanish tutor. Like, he teaches other people Spanish. Meanwhile, he learned this thing 5 years ago. 2021, 2024. 5 years ago was when he learned how to speak this language, and now he's a tutor. Like, he teaches. Do you know how good you need to be in something you learned for you to be able to teach other people? Like, he's so good, like, honestly. And I think it all boils down to the fact that some people learn faster than others, or do I say some people are good at languages, other people are not, right? For me, I don't think I'm that great at learning languages, but there are certain people that if they hear a word and if they hear it once, they know what it means and it sticks with them, they don't forget, and they are good at intonations and pronunciation, so they would pick up on a new language faster than others. I think that's his case. He said he's your hero. Okay, if I remember, I'll tell him. Junior, hi, it's been a while, nice to see you. He said, what's with the new style? Okay, so rate is in a good way or in a bad way? Just let me know. Did he go to the uni? Did he go to that? You know, he didn't go to my university. He didn't go to my university. He went to a different school. He's coming from Lagos actually. He just moved to Abuja recently. So like here now, he moved here. He teaches Spanish, so he works as a freelancer. But he didn't go to my school at all. You know, he said he learned it online, and this was 5 years ago. You know, during that COVID time, people were at home, so a lot of people had time, right? A lot of people did things with their time. Some of us were just sitting down. We didn't learn anything. We didn't do anything lucrative with our time. But meanwhile, other people were putting in the work when they had free time. I do tell people that there's nothing as good as having time. Like if you don't have money and you have time, I think you have gold. Do you get? Because with your time you can earn money. With your time you can do so many things. But if you have money and you don't have time, it's not that great. It's better you have time, because with your time you can do research, you can learn different things. Gina said a good way, of course. Thank you. This is how I came outside today. I had an emergency this morning, so I had to I didn't plan to go anywhere today, but I had an emergency, so I had to come outside. And earlier on in the live, I talked about all that. Junior said I speak French, English, Japanese, Hausa, Zaman, Fon and Gon. I love learning languages too. What? Wait, let me count. French, English, Japanese, Hausa, Zama, Fon, Gon. I've heard they pronounce some Gun or Gon. I don't know. That's like 7 languages. No, you're kidding me. Meanwhile, I only know 1, English. I've been struggling to learn French for 7 years or even 10 years. I'm disappointed in myself. In fact, I should cover my face in shame. No, that's crazy. Congrats. I'm so proud of you. Because it's something that I cannot do. I only know 1 language and I'm struggling to learn another. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm so ashamed. You're even planning on learning more. That's why I said that. I feel like our capacities and our capabilities are different. There are people like me that they also struggle to learn another language, and there are people that they learn different languages and they are able to grab all of them. So I think our capacities, our capabilities, they are all very different. What we can do are different. What we can grab are different. And then again, about languages, I've noticed that if I have someone to speak the language with, I will learn faster. But the thing is that if you don't have anybody around you that you're speaking the language with, if you don't have anybody around you that you can talk with in that language, it will be hard. Guys, just hold on. My phone is the battery is 2%, which means that this phone is going to go off anytime soon. So let me see if I can get it charged. If I cannot, I have to go off the live. But let me see if I can probably get it charged. The charger is over there, so I'm moving it. Okay. I think I can plug it in. Okay, yeah, that's done. So let me see. And put this back here. Start working. Try. I don't think this is working. Okay, I think it's actually working a bit. By now, I've gotten this charger since. I don't know why I like to wait until the last minute before I do what I need to do. It's a bad habit, really. Okay, I think this is. Can you guys see me? Okay, I think this is not bad. Hi. Okay, you guys are still here. Just to be sure. So let me read messages. Kariki, you're learning Igbo is a lie. Hey, God. You're learning Igbo. Chineke. Why? Why are you learning Igbo? No, speak to me. You have to tell me. Why are you learning Igbo? What's the reason? You don't even live here. Or do you have Igbo friends? He said, after that, I'll learn Swahili. Virginia said you can learn by yourself. I've learned Japanese alone at first, but I went into a Japanese school to make it perfect after. Same here, like lately I've been learning French by myself, like online, but I'm thinking I may still end up, having to go to a school if I want to perfect it. And just because I also want to meet other people that I can speak the language with. Learning online is underrated. Konnichiwa. This is so crazy. It's easier to learn language now without everyone is on internet. And yeah, we can see you. Thanks for seeing me. I do speak broken English too. My ex-GF made me learn it. Anyway, it was so funny. Broken English is not that. The thing about languages is that if you are around a particular language, you would know how to speak it, right? You will know how to speak it and you will get used to it. But if you're not around that language often, you might not know how to speak it as much. And another thing about learning online is that you don't learn it. There's formal English, there's informal English, right? There's a formal way to say something, there's an informal way to say something. In everyday life, people use informal ways, but if you're learning something, you'll be learning the formal ways. So when it comes to like real life interactions, you may not be able to communicate as much as you think you can, because you are speaking, it's like speaking Queen's English and speaking normal English. They are not really the same thing, right? There are some formal words that normal people that speak English, they have never used in all their life because they don't need it. For me, I think that's like the major difference that I noticed. And then again, your intonation of certain words may not be accurate, right? Because you learned online as opposed to learning in everyday communication. Can I say Kedu? Odima. Kedu is like, how are you? Odima is like, I'm fine, I'm doing well. And there's something else they say, Keki mere, or something like that. You guys, my mom is Igbo and I can't even speak like half. I'm so ashamed of myself. But unfortunately, that's the life that I have. That's the life that I live. I may not like it, but that's how I found myself. And another thing is that I'm not around a lot of people that speak Igbo all the time. It was even at this my giant age that I want to start learning the language that I've learned when I was a little girl. Okay, kedu. Don't worry, I don't speak again. Kedu Mary. Okay. I know a little, like I told you I was in the East like last year, so I do hear like a little Igbo that people speak, right? So I try. But if I don't know, I just tell them that I don't know, speak English. But one thing I noticed is that if you're talking about me in a particular language, whether I hear that language or not, I know that you're talking about me. That's it. And I think it's like instinct, and I think other people have that instinct too. If they are talking about you, whether you hear that language or not, you know that they are talking about you. You just feel funny, you feel fishy. And I hate that. People that know that you can't speak their language, they tend to want to gossip about you or say something about you, thinking that you don't understand what it means. You may not understand what it means perfectly to the last, but you definitely have an idea of what is being said, and you will definitely not be okay with that. Okay, amigo and amiga. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, is this a Spanish class? But you don't speak French, Canary. You don't speak French. She just said, yeah, that's why I learned Zama. Zama, what country is that? What country? Is that Niger? Is that a language in Niger? They're talking a lot in my bag, so it pisses me. People like to do that thing, honestly, like they like to do it a lot, and it's not even cute. You guys, it seems I have to end this live because I'm struggling. I think I just hold the phone then. I think I just hold the phone till I'm done. So anyways, it's something that people love to do. If they know that you cannot speak that language, they start to have this like, they start to feel like they're better than you, and they want to say things, even if it's something so basic, like they might not even be gossiping about you, but they'll just feel because you can't hear what they are saying, they must speak that language instead of them to speak the one that you can also understand. They will rather know, they rather speak what they know you cannot understand, just so that you can feel left out. I was even thinking it's a Nigerian thing. I didn't know that it's like a universal thing. But it's fine anyways. If you can learn the language for inclusivity, abi what they, so you can be included, it's fine. If you cannot, it's also fine. Hi sir, by the way, how do I get your price list from your products? The thing is that for every product that we post, we add prices, right? Because I don't like waiting until people send a message and then I start telling them, okay, this is the price of this. But since you're outside of the country, there needs to be some sort of conversion, right, from naira to your currency. I've even forgotten where you said you are, either in the UK or the US. I think you are in the UK, right? I'm so sorry, I've forgotten. So for every item that we post on the page, on the Instagram page, prices are added, right? Prices are attached, so everybody can know what it costs. I don't like waiting for people to ask me how much is it before I start telling them. I like to upload my prices as well, so everybody can know what it costs. Okay, you're in New York. Oh, that's nice. Wow. But when I was talking about how the US has bad PR, what did you say? Did you not agree with me? Jeez. You agree with me, so I was even thinking that okay, you are in the UK, because you agreed with me when I said that the US has bad PR. So you are not patriotic the way that you should be. That's what it means. Anyways, Junior said, yeah, it's second most spoken language in Nigeria after Hausa. Okay. Junior, I'm even surprised that you are here at this time of the day. Are you not supposed to be like at work? Are you not supposed to be on like afternoon shift or morning shift, something like that? Surprised. Okay, but what's it like living in the US? Like, besides the bad PR now, you hear about natural disasters here, you hear about school shootings, you hear about this, you hear about that. And I feel like everybody's life is in a particular, some people are so like celebrity obsessed, so that's all they're about, like you get like following celebrities up and down. But apart from that, there are still like real life people that encounter real life everyday problems. I know there's a lot of like there's a lot of stories of people who are homeless. Do you get like all about the media? There are so many stories of people who are homeless. There's some people even say, oh, child services come and repossess their children. If you're out of job for a month, you can't pay your monthly bills, you are now out on the streets. Like, they have all these homeless shelters, there's drug abuse. Like, I know Nigeria is bad, though, but I feel like there are so many things that also go on in the US that people don't talk about a lot. And I feel like in a way, the standard of living is not as high as people try to make it seem, right? It's just that US is a world power, right? So they have that reputation. But in a normal day, I think the standard of living is not as high as people try to make it seem. There are so many other countries that have better quality of life. I see a lot of complaints. Maybe because I'm black, there are a lot of black Americans that complain. I don't see why people complain as much, but I know that everybody experiences issues. Everybody experiences hard times. Okay, Jenna said I'm chilling today, so it's all right. Okay, that's nice. US seems crazy. I'm afraid of those Karens and crazy people. Hello. Every country has like a crazy person. Everybody has crazy people. Everybody has a crazy demographic. Even here, like the terrorists we have and the people that do all this kidnapping and stuff, they are an aspect of crazy people. Like, they are very different from the majority of people. They are just like a minority segment. But the thing about every location is that when you want to hear news about that location, you hear the bad part that was done about just a little minority. Okay, look at this Palestinian Gaza issue. It's what a minority did that put the whole country in danger. Do you understand? It's what just a minority group did that put the whole country in the situation that they are in now. Yeah, I don't want to go there. Feels like it's dangerous for it. That's the truth. I don't think the US is the most safe place for black people. I don't think you are even safer in your own country than in the US, because generally white people just don't like you, especially if you're young, you're black. Like, I think black guys maybe even have it worse than black women, because a black guy, the police can just pull you over and then they get harsh with you. Your white friend might just like do whatever to you. And then the judiciary, because judiciary is mainly made up of white people, the judiciary will not favor you. I just read about the history. Most black people, that like a white person can do something and a black person do something at the same time, and the white person can get like maybe a 1 year sentence, and then the black person can get maybe 20 year sentence. So that hardly is there equality. Do you understand? Like, black people suffer more in all areas, both judiciary, both this and that. So I don't know, though people are still migrating there. Oh, I know my African brothers and sisters are still moving there, like they are still migrating there. And if you ask them, they will tell you that they're having a good time. They will tell you that they are enjoying themselves. They will tell you that life is good, which is fine, right? Because I believe different places favor people differently. I might be having a good time there, you would come and you would not have a good time, right? So, but some people there will tell you that they really, really, have a good time, which is fine. It's working for them. But for me, I don't think the US is the place that I'll be looking at, migrating to. Even going for vacation, hardly do I even hear that people go to the US for vacation. It's always the UK. I'm glad you're aware of these things. How did you know this level of detail? It's all over the media now. Like, I don't even try to look for this type of news, but it's what's all over the media, and that's the truth. Actually, I don't try to like find out about other countries. I don't think I research much on other countries. But even if you're not looking for this information, the information is going to find you, because it's all over the media. That's what people are saying. That's what people are talking about. US something else, unless I'm going there for like a seminar or a medical congress with every single paper done and checked. I'm not going. Yeah, if you have the opportunity though, just go and experience what it's like. But if you don't, it's still fine. But for me, it's not a place that I will be relocating to, or be advising anybody to relocate to. It's not even a place I want to visit for like vacation. I don't think the place is for me, based on what I've heard, right? Like I said, not what I've experienced, based on what I've heard. So anyways, thank you, Canary King and Junior. Ah, Junior, thank you for joining this live. I have to go now. I have to get back to work. So I will see you guys next time. Bye. I remember the last time I came on live and I did not know how to end the live video, and someone that was on the live laughed at me. I hope they can see me now. Bye.